This Monday.com ad was created by a team of people and AI agents. The agents wrote the copy and managed the timelines, while our human creative director made sure it all made sense. Easy. Create your own AI agent today on Monday.com.
This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, July 7th, 2026. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Federal authorities say Mexico's drug cartels are smuggling oil back into Mexico in a scheme to sell it at full cost while evading taxes. Stephen Dinan reports the Treasury Department says as much as 1/3 of all fuel sold in Mexico may be illicit, and the Mexican government is losing tens of billions of dollars a year in tax revenue. Fuel smuggling is now the cartel's second largest source of income behind drugs. Treasury experts say southbound smuggling is spurred by Mexico's tight control over fuel import permits and the price differential between the two nations. Prosecutors have begun laying out their case against accused Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson. Susan Ferricchio reports prosecutors played graphic videos of the shooting and heard testimony from a police officer who witnessed it and later discovered a sniper's nest on the roof of a Utah Valley University building last September. Judge Tony Graff will rule on whether the multi-day preliminary hearing provides sufficient evidence to proceed to trial. The 23-year-old Robinson is charged with aggravated murder and faces the death penalty. He has not entered a plea. The White House has accused the Smithsonian Institution of being a political tool to warp and disparage U.S. history. Jeff Murdoch reports a report by the White House Domestic Policy Council claims the Smithsonian minimizes the courage of America's founders and distorts the creation of the nation. It also claims the museum's mission has been transformed from straightforward historical education and scholarship toward an extreme political activism. The Organization of American Historians, the nation's largest professional historian organization, accused the White House of trying to coerce the Smithsonian into presenting history that ignores workers, people of color, and people with disabilities. The organization called the report a broad attempt to return the nation to a vision of America that never actually existed. Technology from American companies is being used to power a revolution in the scam industry, playing a key role in the industrialization and globalization of fraud, an Associated Press investigation has found. Software built with AI models from American tech companies are being used by scammers to target victims at unprecedented speed and scale. The AP found no evidence to suggest these companies were doing anything illegal themselves. However, the abuse of their tools and tech infrastructure at scam compounds in Myanmar raises questions about how vigorously they are enforcing their own terms of service. Watchdogs say these companies have the technical capability to do more to protect against abuse, but lack the legal, regulatory, and business incentives to crack down on it. And finally, Ukraine no longer looks just like a recipient of foreign military aid, but a country that can provide it. Although Ukraine remains dependent on Western aid, especially for air defense systems and ammunition, Guillaume Patak reports the country's defense companies are increasingly seen as attractive partners by European officials and arms manufacturers. That phenomenon is beginning to reshape Ukraine's relationship with Europe as it seeks to move from being an arms recipient to a global defense supplier. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.